A good Fortigate admin must know its way in Wireshark. Here's how. Wireshark actually gives you a broader view of your network. Now, this following video is not going to teach you how to use Wireshark. We will maybe do it in another video, but it will give you the fundamentals to understand how sessions are starting within your Fortigate and how to see different elements of your network in a bit more detailed view. So we have an interface that is connected to my Ubuntu device. Let's move over to it. And now let's do a denial of service attack. Let's send hundreds of ICMP messages, ping messages toward my interface gateway, and let's see how that looks in Wireshark. So let's move over to Wireshark. Let's start capture the traffic. Let's get back and we'll use my root credentials. We'll use the -F, that is the flood switch, and the IP address is 10.0.3.44. And now it starts pinging. It actually sends hundreds of ICMP messages toward my gateway. Let's stop it. Let's move over back to Wireshark and stop the traffic. Now we are actually looking for two main things. The first one is the ICMP message. We will write it down, and the destination, which is 10.0.3.44. and now if we will click on, we can see the ICMP messages being sent, and you can see that I have a special column here. It is actually the delta time displays, which shows the interval between each message. You can also use it going to preferences column, add a column with the delta time displayed. All right. Another one of my favorite Wireshark filters is the TCP contains and the UDP contains. Whenever a user browses to a specific URL, you can see the TCP SYN session established towards that specific URL, and you can also see the DNS queries. So let's move to Android Central. All right. It's capturing data. So let's move to Android Central. All right, so let's go back to Wireshark and let's stop the capture. Now, if I will use the UDP contains Android, we can see the DNS queries that are actually being sent back once my browser asked for the androidcentral.com, and he got back an A record with the IP address. Let's see if we can also see the UDP, this TCP SYN session. So TCP contains Android, and yes, we can see that's an HTTPS site, so we can actually see the handshake itself. Now I could have used DNS as the protocols and then filter out the specific host that was requesting a DNS request, but a simple way was to use UDP contains. DNS is using UDP port 53. The last thing that we will look into today is the TCP session itself. Now remember, your Fortigate is a session-aware firewall. So let's start by capturing the traffic. Let's connect, open up Firefox, and let's move over to YouTube. All right. Now let's go back, stop the capture itself. Now we want to see the TCP session in its initial beginning. So there are different methods to do so. We can use the tcp.flags.syn. Now, if we will click the tcp.flags.syn equals 1, we will see different syn sessions. Now let's go to our host, which is 192.168.6.3. Click on it and then follow TCP stream. Let's close that, and we can actually see the initial handshake, which starts at the SYN, the SYNAC, which the server responds with, and the TCP with the ACK flag set. We can also see the following HTTP GET by using the http.request.method. Sorry for that. And IPADDR equals, which is our host, 192.168.6.3. And there we can see the HTTP GET request that was sent from our host.